I consider myself a coaster enthusiast. While I've only started my little hobby about a year ago, I've been on a decent amount of rides, 98 to be exact, and through this journey to 100, I've been on rides that lived up to the hype, ones that didn't, and ones that exceeded expectations. Luckily, there aren't too many I consider overrated, so that video will have to wait. There are a bunch that I consider extremely underrated though, whether it be because they are barely talked about or they just receive a bad rep. This is my top 10 most underrated roller coasters in America. Also keep in mind, I've mostly been to just Six Flags parks. Yeah, I know, but that's the truth. And until Fury 325 is fixed, that's gonna be the case. Six Flags New England has a really solid floorless coaster that everyone sleeps on. Yeah, it's not like game changing, but it's a really solid ride. It's got a decent drop and some great inversions. It's like Firebird, but good. It's small, simple, and fun, which is all I could really ask for from a ride that had such restrictions being built. This one is possibly to blame for the retrack being so recent. It's still really rough, but it's still very enjoyable. It's an airtime machine. There's countless wooden coasters that are highly praised that are significantly rougher than this. Give it a few years and this ride might not fit this list, but for now I'm putting it in. Now we get to the roller coaster that single-handedly saves Nevada's coaster collection. This one usually gets thrown in with the other Aero loopers because it's pretty much the exact same order of elements, but Canyon Blaster is like the perfected model. It's by far the most intense Aero I've ridden, even exceeding rides such as Viper. Those loops make me gray out every single time, and the airtime following is one of the most insane pops out there. This ride also has the advantage of theming. While the ride is already very intense, the rock work in the Adventure Dome makes it feel like it's going so much faster. This ride is easily one of the best Aeros still in operation, and it's great to see the casino keeping it in great condition. With a company as great as RMC, it's understandable to see why the prototype isn't talked about anymore. However, Texas Giant is still phenomenal. The first half is full of insane airtime, and while the second half could use some more speed, this thing is still packed with forces. I get that the newer RMCs are getting better and better, but this one still holds its own in many ways. Now, this ride doesn't pull any crazy forces, but it's pretty fun. It's like a smoother SLC, just, not inverted. It does have a noticeable rattle, but that shouldn't be an issue unless you choose to marathon it, which I was dumb enough to do. But that's a testament to how fun this thing can be. I know it used to be that thing, but it's good now, trust me. Size doesn't matter, it's what you do with it, and Twisted Cyclone is the perfect example of this. Easily one of the most intense RMCs in the Six Flags chain. Stop sleeping on this ride. Unfortunately, the undeniably better RMC down the road probably won't help its popularity. Anyone who claims this is the worst roller coaster ever built is lying. It's not that rough, it's got a lot of decent elements, the corkscrews deliver solid hang time, and the drop airtime. It's a pretty fun ride. There are worse rides in the same park. Looks like I'm defending a stand-up. This one is actually really good. It's got airtime inversions and isn't too bad on the legs. One of the best B&M loopers, and it's not even a debate. Staying on the topic of B&M loopers, Wildfire is definitely in the conversation for one of the best. This ride is so intense. Everyone comments on the location, which is great, but I grayed out on multiple occasions on this ride. It's a short ride, but it uses every element to perfection. If it wasn't One Train Ops, I would have definitely gotten a few rides in it, but just one is enough to make this list. Premier struck gold with this indoor family coaster. It's arguably top 5 best family coasters in general. If you want to hear more about this amazing attraction, that video is popping up in the card right now. I'll see you there.